When the righteous act, their children suffer. When the innocent resist, their children suffer. So why do we shield the children of the wicked while the children of the just are left exposed to retaliation? If I suffer for telling the truth, and my children suffer for my courage, then let the children of cowards, liars, and abusers suffer the consequences of their parents' actions as well. That is justice. But our current system has built walls around the powerful. They say, don't shame him. He has a family. Don't expose her. What about her children? Don't speak out. You ruined their career. They shame the victim for making noise. They pity the abuser's children while punishing the whistleblowers. This is not justice. This is cowardice. Because here's the truth. Evil people understand that most people forget. When you are afraid to harm the people they love, they are free to harm the people you love. They will hide behind children. They will weaponize their innocence. They will collapse economies and hide behind pension funds. They will rape and hide behind their wives. They will abuse your daughter and tell you to protect their daughter from shame. And the moment you agree, you have chosen mercy over justice, not from strength, but from fear. The Overman doesn't play this game. He understands that all actions ripple outward. And if the children of good people suffer because of their parents' righteousness, then the children of wicked people must suffer the consequences of their parents' evil. This is not vengeance. This is balance. This is the part of universal consciousness that terrifies people. The realization that truth doesn't care who you're close to. When evil people control the justice system, justice becomes a weapon against the righteous. And when righteous people control the justice system, it becomes a weapon against evil. The difference isn't whether children will suffer, because in all systems, someone's children suffer. The difference is whose children. A child's suffering is not the failure of justice. It is the result of their parents' choices. Evil parents create systems that shield themselves by hiding behind the innocence of their children, pleading for delay, compromise, or preservation of the status quo. But justice demands courage. It does not pause for sentiment when that sentiment protects the oppressor. If the justice system refuses to act because it fears harming the children of tyrants, then it's not justice, it's cowardice. Children will always exist. The vulnerable will always exist. But in a just society, they are protected by the truth, not their proximity to power. Consciousness is impersonal. It is infinite. And it does not stop being real because you birthed a child into your life of corruption. Justice without consequences is theater. Justice that protects only the powerful is hypocrisy. The Overman knows justice must confront reality, not feelings. Because when justice is delayed or diluted or diluted to protect the guilty, it becomes its own form of injustice. Let your mercy be reserved for the repentant. Let your compassion serve the healing, but let your justice speak with the full voice of truth. Even when that truth shatters every false comfort we were taught to protect. Intuition. Intuition is the whisper before the thought. It is not a feeling. It is not a hunch. It is the first voice of universal consciousness before your environment, your trauma, or your logic begins to interrupt it. Intuition is not irrational. It's pre-rational. It is what you know without knowing how you know it. It is the residue of something bigger moving through you. The quiet suggestion that something matters, even when you can't explain why. This is why so many people ignore it, because it speaks softly, because it cannot be proven, because it does not wait for permission. But the Overman listens, because he knows consciousness does not always arrive as certainty. Sometimes it begins as tension. And if you cannot sit with that tension, if you cannot listen to a truth that hasn't finished forming, then you are not listening to consciousness. You are only listening to the past.